So I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to do something that's only going to benefit black people. No.
We had a very busy and active day today, as you all know, but I wanted to take a moment to go through the 15 executive actions, or highlights of them, I should say, and some of the steps that the president asked agencies to take today. You should have all received copies of the executive orders as well as the accompanying fact sheets, but I want to take this moment to highlight them for the American public who are watching at home. He signed a proclamation effective immediately, halting further funding or construction of the previous administration's border wall and terminating the so-called national emergency used to wastefully divert billions for wall construction. Also today, President Biden sent an immigration bill to Congress. The U.S. Citizenship Act modernizes our immigration system. It provides hardworking people who've enriched our communities and lived here for decades an opportunity to earn citizenship. The president's priority reflected in the bill are to responsibly manage the border, keep families together, grow our economy, address the root causes of migration from Central America, and ensure that America can remain a refuge for those fleeing prosecution. With that, I'd love to take your questions. Zeke, why don't you kick us off?
We had an exponential increase in significant interest aliens. These are aliens with significant ties to terrorism. Prior to this administration, the San Diego sector averaged 10 to 15 SIA arrests per year. Once word was out the border was far easier to cross, San Diego went to over 100 SIAs in 2022, well over that in 2023, and even more than that registered this year. These are only the ones we caught. At the time, I was told I could not release any information on this increase in SIAs or mention any of the arrests. The administration was trying to convince the public there was no threat at the border.
All right. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Thank you for tuning in to another news break. This one here is very interesting. As you can see, the DNC, under the Joe Biden and Kamala Harris regime, has had people and had the authorities stifling the truth about the dangers that this administration has put American public in. Meaning that you let 12 million illegals over here. Once again, that whole ploy has been to undermine black empowerment as well as many other things. But one of the big things about this Democratic push for immigration is the attack and assault against the Black American agenda, i.e. reparations, justice. Like I said on my last broadcast, addressing the harms of gentrification that are the most recent harms done by local and statewide and federal government to the black community. With that being said, you have evidence here. This is a hearing of the Biden and Kamala Harris regime purposely misinforming or disinforming the American public and saying, hey, these illegals aren't as much as a threat. There's more crime happening from Americans. And you got people on a whole terrorist watch list coming over here in this country, and they over here letting them in, all because they want to stifle the reparations movement. If you guys don't think that that's the case, then show me when else in history has this ever happened. On top of that, though, it's happening right at the height of black empowerment. Civil rights, there was the Vietnam conflict. So, and then in the early 90s, when black consciousness started happening and folks are starting to look at going to college and getting a little more educated about themselves, digging into cultural pasts and even our own, like the Black Panther Party. People were going back and investigating these groups and their ideologies. So what did they do? They had Desert Storm. Once again. And so then you started throwing other ratchetness. We had an uptick in gangster music. Gangster rap, the conscious rap just went by the wayside. Fast forward to the late 2000s, everybody's wondering about the millennia and what's going to happen. Things then are starting to turn towards slightly political and again turning inward towards black empowerment, what happens? 9/11 and this whole other conflict that took place for years, about a strong decade. That's what they're still complaining about now, about pulling out of Afghanistan. All of this stems off of 9/11. So understanding how many of these conflicts have been going on, and especially since 9/11, we've been fighting is so-called Islamic terrorists since 2001. This is 2024, and these people are now telling you, don't tell the American people who we're letting in here or who has escaped our custody while coming into this country. But at the same time, let's keep all of these provisions in place. Let's make sure that if there are black felons out there, that they have trouble getting employment. They also have trouble getting housing, getting apartments, and all of the type of stuff that goes along with that. But we're letting felons and terrorists in by the busloads, by the boatloads, by the way. And so with that being said, I just got to ask you, how are you still supporting this Kamala Harris and Joe Biden regime when you are literally looking at them allowing all the terrorists in here to whom many Americans died fighting? That just doesn't make sense, and I don't understand why anybody would support that. But I just wanted to chime in on this little quick topic real quick because I thought this was very interesting, and I wanted to go ahead and bring this before the family and let y'all, take a gander at it. And so I just wanted to play how it started and then where we are today, and then give my 2 cents on it, which this has been. And I just believe things are falling apart at the seams for the Democrats because they have only taken black Americans for granted and have great disdain for black American empowerment. So shout out to all of the grassroots, foundational black American, freedmen, descendants of slaves, whichever you call yourself. If you are in this black grassroots fighting for lineage-based reparations and so on and more, then I salute all of you. Thank you for tuning in. If you can, please like and share this video. And if you have not already subscribed to this channel, please go ahead and do so as well. You can also join. All the other information of supporting this channel will be in the description. So with that being said, peace, power, blessings, and protection be up on all of you. But never forget, hashtag hands off our reparations.
You have no rights here. We're not under the empire.
Stay black, stay vigilant, stay alive. Black first, black first, black first. Shalom, y'all. Have a blessed day. Peace.